Hey YouTube, I'm out in my yard. Going to talk about my apple trees and what I'm doing this year to try and keep the pests off of them while still maintaining our organic apples. So let's take a look at what I do. So far, I'm really happy with the results, and maybe this can help you with your struggles as well. Last year, it was a battle, which I lost. This year, I've fine-tuned everything, and so far, so good. So let's take a look. What I'm dealing with is a lot of codling moths, which like attack the bottom of the apple and lay their larvae right there, and then the larvae will go up into the apple. My second big issue is the apple maggot fly, which likes to bite all around the apple and leave little spots on it, in which the larvae will go into the apple from that point on. At harvest time, I want my organic apples to look just like these, so let's go through the steps that I'm taking now to make that happen. I use Neem Oil, Castile soap, regular household masking tape, regular household molasses, and a product called Tangle-trap. So let's show you how these all work together. With the molasses, I take some containers that I have, drill half-inch holes in them, put about a tablespoon of molasses in each one of them, and then add about half a cup to 3/4 cups of water that will allow the insects to drown in. I then hang it in the tree and let the scent of the molasses attract the bugs, which you can see them inside of the container now. So I'm gonna dump this out and take a look at it and see how we've done. It's been in the tree for about a week now. I'm gonna take a strainer and just dump it out, and I'll refresh it afterward, but I just want to see how it's working so far. Well, I can't really tell what these bugs are. They are small, not very large bugs. The half-inch holes ensures that no butterflies or bumblebees or anything like that is going to get in there. Codling moths are small, and so are the flies. So half-inch hole or smaller will catch those types of creatures or insects and save the other insects that you don't want to harm. Hang your traps below the canopy and on the outside of the canopy. That way, when the bugs fly towards your tree, they're going to be greeted by the traps first, and hopefully will be attracted to traps before they're attracted to apples. Now let's talk about neem oil and Castile soap. Those two work together. Following the manufacturer's recommendations, spray your trees about every 7 days. Totally safe for humans and pets. Kills around 200 bugs. Good stuff, all organic. Next, we're going to talk about the masking tape. This is a 2-inch masking tape, but whatever you have on hand. And what you're going to do is you're going to put it on your trees backwards so the sticky side faces out. And any of the bugs that are crawling up the tree to get to your fruit will encounter the tape. And here you can see all sorts of bugs being captured by the tape. Ants, earwigs, flies, larvae, little gnats, all working good. It's quite an effective tool. It doesn't feel like it's going to hold any bugs there, but it certainly does. If it gets too full, wrap it again with another layer. And you can see for each arm of the tree, like on these apple trees, I go ahead and put some more tape down just because it's cheap. And if they do get somewhere, or if they land there, then they have to get over that tape as well. So it's a multiple stage defense that works. Lastly, if you're reading about the apple maggot flies that are attacking your trees, this is a system that I just came up with. And, manufacturers offer lots of different solutions for traps that you can buy. They're basically red traps with sticky surfaces on them. What I decided to do was buy this Tangle-trap sticky coating and take a real apple. I figured a real apple would attract the bugs naturally. because that's what they're looking for. It's the color they're looking for. It's the smell they're looking for. It's an actual apple, and it's cheaper than the traps. Traps are up to $30. Simply take a piece of bug netting. I use this bug netting to cover my blueberries. I cut a little piece of it off, wrap the apple in it, then coat the whole apple with this Tangle-trap and find a place in a tree where you can hang it and the bugs will be attracted to it. Like I said, I think it's a pretty cool trap. Prefer this trap over buying a trap that I'm gonna have to throw away anyway. The apple will stay up there for a few weeks and then I can just throw it away. You see, I keep these also hanging on the outside of my canopy or outside of the tree. Here's one that's been up there for about a week and a half. The advantage here is that this is a real apple, so I can't think of anything else that would attract the insects, the flies, and the moths more than a real apple. And as you can see, it also attracts the other pests as well that are trying to bite into the apple. Really happy with this setup. The Tangle-trap coating will not wash off. It will stay sticky, doesn't get hard. I'll leave this trap into the tree until the apple shows signs of rot. Then I'll simply replace it with another apple. I put these apples in the tree early. I expect to see the moss and the flies show up in late June, early July, but I wanted to get my defense system in place before they showed up, make sure everything's working right. And as you can see, my apples so far look pretty good. My last line of defense is just to walk around the tree and look for any insect damage. I pay particular attention to the leaves that are closest to the fruit. It seems like the insects like to or know to lay their eggs and larvae in waiting for the fruit to mature enough to where they can attack it. This little worm somehow gets between the layers of the leaves, and I'm not sure what it's going to do when it grows up. All I know is that I don't want it in my apple trees. I'll remove those leaves as I inspect them. I'll also go around and look for other types of damage and try and find what types of bugs are attacking the tree. If I find any, I'm going to remove them. Just basically doing a walk around and educating myself on what pests I have locally so I can manage those pests, remove them from the apple orchard, and work at improving my defense to make sure that I'm able to raise organic apples. Anyway, I hope this video has proven to be helpful for you. Again, take a multi-prong approach. Spray your trees every 7 days with neem oil and soap, and think about using the other defenses. They all seem to have benefits. The masking tape is relatively a cheap thing that everybody has laying around, same as the molasses and water. Good luck with your gardening and your apple orchard.